Thanks for joining us at 616 Toy Reviews. This is Aaron. We're here looking at the newest Deadpool wave, the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure from the new Deadpool movie coming out. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to 616 Toy Reviews. This is Aaron here. We're looking at the Marvel Legends Sasquatch Wave Deadpool from the Deadpool 2 that's soon to be in theaters. If it's not out on the shelves now, it's going to be on the shelves anytime now. We got it a little bit early and we're here bringing it to you. Let's start out with a little bit of the history of Deadpool. Alright, Deadpool came from New Mutants. He started, issue 98 was his first appearance. He was first appearance with Deadpool, Cable, and Domino. So you had quite a lineup in that one comic. The comic is used to be a decent price. It's going up and up and up. It's a really good read. You should check it out if you can. Deadpool himself is one of my favorite characters. He's funny, he's witty. Of course, he's a ninja. He's a brutal assassin, so that makes it even better. That's right up my alley. The reason I have the box here in the background is because the box is particularly nice. He's got really nice package art on it. All around, it's kind of a nice box. I might be a Deadpool fan, and that's just why it stands out to me, but I particularly like the way they did the art on the side. So I just thought it was worthy of pointing out. The figure himself, he's got really good articulation. You got start with the ball joint in the upper shoulders. You got a twist in the arm here, which is nice. The double elbow joint. You got the wrist and the pivot on the wrist. You got an upper torso. He can look up pretty good. He can look down. He can look side to side. He's got a lot of articulation in the neck. He's got a twist on his waist. He's got ball joints in the upper legs, twisting thigh in the upper thigh. He's got the double knee joints, and then he's got the twist in the lower leg, and then he's also got a good rocker on his ankle. Now, what's a big deal about just a little tip for you to notice. Sometimes they'll have the joint will be here on the lower ankle instead, and sometimes they'll have it in this upper or in the lower leg, and about halfway through. So I just think that's kind of an interesting thing to know. So the posability on this guy is really, really high. He's also got comes up with these two swords. This Deadpool, they only packaged him with a couple swords. There's two Deadpools in the wave. You got the X-Force version and you got the red classic red version. His swords are pretty nice, good colors. They're sometimes they have some issues with that. Honestly, I think I really love the way they did the gray strapping on this guy. I guess that's probably what makes him stand out for me the most. He doesn't really have a paint wash on him. It's not a new sculpt. This is basically the same sculpt with a different paint job. Ultimately, he's a really nice figure. The gray really sets it off. I like it. I don't know what it is. And there's no wash on it. The other one had it almost look like a very, very light wash on it, but this one doesn't seem to have wash on it. It makes it really kind of pop to me. Kind of comic-ish. So we're going to get to the comparison. Just to give you a good idea of comparison, we're going to compare it to Sue Storm here. Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman. Obviously the scale is pretty good. It's right on. You can see that she's maybe just a tad bit taller than Deadpool, but I don't think Deadpool's particularly a tall guy to begin with. And then you got Gwen Stacy, and Gwen Stacy, she's a shorter girl. Looks like it worked perfect with the Deadpool. And then just to compare, we got next to Batman. A DC 6-inch figure. This is a custom, but it looks like they go really well together because Batman is known to be a little bit taller, so they go very, very well together, I think. I particularly like the way they did the straps. I said that's really kind of what stands out to me. Another thing I would point out is that these swords, a lot of times they won't always fit tight in the sheaths. These ones fit tight in the sheath and they hold pretty well. They don't just fall out. It's kind of nice. The joints seem really fluid. So overall, I'm gonna rate this figure at probably, I would say, somewhere around like I'd have to go, man, because he is a remake, I can't really go 10 out of 10 because he's just a remake. So I'll have to say, I'll go a solid 8 out of 10. And that's only because they didn't resculpt him. They didn't do a whole lot of special things to make him what he is. So that's why I'll go 8 out of 10. So I check out the movie. The movie's coming out soon. I know they keep pushing it back, but it's gonna be here. And from all the previews, it looks amazing. Really, really excited. If you'd like to get a review to a trailer or something, you know, you can leave some likes or not likes, but comments in the the comments below. And also, any other reviews you want us to review, any other figures you're looking at that you're kind of curious about, we might be able to get a hand on them and get you a review pretty quick. So just leave some comments in the thing below. We try to answer all the comments that we can. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time at 616 Toy Reviews.